Hi, everyone. It's Suzi and Jamie. We're so happy to be here with you. We're here to meditate on living your best life during COVID, part 2. So if you were here on Wednesday, we had jumped into, are we courageous enough? Are we willing? Why wouldn't we live our best life today?
Oh, sorry.
In stereo. So who's here with us? Tell us that you're here, where you're watching from, and are you willing, are you in with us to live your best life during COVID? So that's the intention that we set. That's the intention that we set, is to live our best life during COVID. Why wouldn't we seek to live our best life today? Why would we be on hold, be in a waiting pattern to wait for COVID? Today. Doesn't mean that things don't come up. Things are coming up. So doesn't mean that we're on some elevated place or planet, but we are intending, we made an agreement when this thing started that we were here to awaken, to break through, to break free, to be liberated, to just live the very best life that we could within the situation and circumstances that we are all sharing right now. So Hani is here. Happy birthday to Hani.
And sometimes those breakthroughs just aren't that pretty. You know?
That's the thing about, it's like childbirth. It's a beautiful thing, but it's messy. So yeah, it can get messy, but you know, as long as you have like an industrial sized broom and you're willing to clean up your side of the street, then you're good to go. So
or one of those street cleaners. Just one of those street cleaners to clean up my side. I don't need a broom. I need one of those big street cleaners that you've got to park your car on the other block for every once in a while.
To clean up all the, I won't even say it. Okay.
Industrial caca.
Okay. So, hello everyone.
Good
Hello
morning.
everyone. Just give us a big, are you willing? Are you in? Yes, if you're really willing to, and we're laughing and we're making light, and I just don't think that there's any deeper intention to set, is that the only moment, the only day that we have guaranteed is this one. Mm-hmm. We don't even have the next hour guaranteed, but we have right now guaranteed. Excuse me.
Breath.
So can we dive deep with that and decide and make a decision and a choice together that with this breath, we are willing to live our highest, best life right now. And we are, just like Jamie said, and we were laughing about it, but sometimes those breakthroughs can feel desperately messy, horrendously messy, horrifically messy, tumultuously messy, just really painful and intense and excruciating. And sometimes we're being called to go through the dark night of the soul to get to the other side. And actually, I shouldn't even say to get to the other side, to be willing to be in the dark, in that moment, to recognize that is the winter is part of the spring. We're happen to be in springtime right now in LA, and we're seeing blossoms. But the blossoms are a result of winter, and we wouldn't have the blossoms if we hadn't had the winter. And if those seeds hadn't had the time to germinate underneath the soil, we wouldn't be seeing the blossom and the thriving. So the winter is part of the spring. And the winter is part of living your best COVID life. If you're really committed to living a high, intentional life, you also need to be willing to nurture yourself. And that's why I say that self-compassion or compassion is the quality of a transformational life, of an awakened life. Because it's not only that we will all have winters, but it's how will you be with your winter? Will you be resisting it? Will you be cursing it? Will you be complaining about it? Will you be pushing it away? Or will you be honoring it, embracing it, not denying it? It's cold, it's frigid, it hurts, it's painful, and I'm right here, and I'm willing to be present with myself and or each other, holding that space for yourself. So anything you want to share before we jump into a meditation?
I love the metaphor. It reminds me of a student I had years ago who was just a lovely young woman, and she just experienced a tremendous amount of darkness and depression. And what dawned on me in the context of talking to her is that complete idea that sometimes a seed needs to be deep enough in the soil to germinate and create roots, because if the seed is on top of the soil, obviously it will burn up. If the roots are too shallow, it will meet the light and it will burn up. So sometimes those roots need to be very deep in the soil. And the same thing that comes forward in regard to some of those seeds out in Death Valley, those wildflowers that are down in the crevices of the earth, and it's not until every 20 years or so that we get an El Nino or something and it rains, and all of a sudden these miraculous flowers come out. And that can sometimes feel like the painful aspect of it. I mean,
it feels like it's taking 20 years, and sometimes it does take 20 years.
Yeah.
And you need to be willing. I mean, we've been together 22 years, and there are parts of our relationship that I have felt, and you say if this is accurate for you too, but since COVID, there are parts of our relationship that are blossoming right now that are incredible. I'm so falling in love and deeper in love and deeper in love. But I'm certain that those some of those seeds had been planted probably 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That we've been, just nurturing along the way.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And it also reminds me of what we've talked about in our the Power of Prayer workshops that we've done. The idea that the vibration of a prayer never ceases. It's like once you hold a prayer, because some people want to pray for something or hold something in consciousness and want it to manifest in that moment. And it's like sometimes things need to unfold, but it's like that idea of a prayer never ceases. The consciousness of a prayer, we may forget about it. But it's like all of a sudden we realize, wow, I was calling that forward in my life a long time ago. And it's come to fruition without me even being conscious of it. It's unfolded in ways that I never knew possible. So it's holding that consciousness and being in that consciousness. Yeah. So like you say, so many things that have gone perhaps untended because you get busy and I get busy and we're helping William and we're trying to do our own careers, and now we even are tending to them, because I'm thinking with just to go with the metaphor of the garden, and that's why the quality of compassion is so attractive to me. I'm utterly fascinated with this quality of compassion and the healing power and the medicine that it is, because can I be compassionate enough with my own life, with aspects of my life that aren't blossoming? Can I be compassionate enough with those places in my life that might not be blossoming yet, excuse me, that are hurting? And can I be willing to tend to those places inside of me, even if it takes 2 years for it to come to fruition, 5 years, 10 years? Have some of your water. Yeah.
I have something caught in my throat. Sorry, everybody. It's such a dignifying message to send to yourself, and this is all about self-worth. And when you send yourself the message that you are important enough to hold your own hand, to be with yourself, to be your own advocate, if it takes 20 years, if it takes 10 years, if it takes whatever it takes, that is healing. That is the quality that a rich life needs to thrive. So I think that's what we can move into meditation with right now. Yes?
It kind of reminds me of the patience of Job. The Bible story of Job, where so many terrible things, he lost everything, family, wife, fortune, and stuff like that, but he still had faith. he maintained his faith. And it's like, that's not easy.
And to me, faith, sometimes I hear the word faith and I think of something outside of myself.
Right.
And that's why I like the word compassion. Can I just have self-compassion?
Mm-hmm.
No matter COVID's happening, will school isn't going back, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have a piece of gum?
I don't hear. I'll grab something real quick.
Sorry, I have like this piece of dust and I can feel it. Excuse me. So is everybody with us? Let's see here. Ipek is saying she's also experiencing that. Deepti is saying, love it. The vibration of true intention never ceases. Exactly. Compassion is medicine. Exactly. So as we move into meditation, here's what the possibility is, the gift, the opportunity right now, is to really become introspective and look at your life right now and ask, what are the places in your life right now, today, right here in the midst of COVID, thank you, Lovey, that are seeking your attention? There are places inside of you that are your highest life, your greatest gifts, your greatest contributions, your highest life. Your highest life is so close. It's calling you. It's that next blossom that's calling you. So can we get in touch with that next blossom right now together? So let's just all gently close our eyes and just become aware of your breath. Use your breath to let your mind rest. Use your breath to move into your heart. You'll find everything you need in your heart.
From a red bud on my favorite rose bush to the smile on a grandmother's face, to the dew on a single blade of grass, I keep seeing in the smallest ways. From the hoot of an old horned owl to the laughter of children at play, to the first whistle passing my son's lips, I keep hearing in the smallest ways. When I pay such close attention, there's no judgment in my life. There's only love in the smallest ways. In the smallest ways. From the birth of my only baby to the song that I sung full of grace, to the loss of a mentor not meant to be mine, I keep feeling in the smallest ways. From a breath of night blooming jasmine to your scent permeating my days, I can call to mind, find I keep breathing in the smallest ways. When I pay such close attention, there's no judgment in my life. There's only love in the smallest ways. In the smallest ways. In the smallest ways. From the light of your sweetest kisses to the tear that I stole from your face, and gelato we shared on the boulevard, I keep falling in the smallest ways. When I give into sweet surrender, And I know that God is in this place. There's only love in the smallest of ways. In the smallest of ways I keep seeing. In the smallest of ways I keep hearing. In the smallest of ways I keep feeling. In the smallest ways I keep breathing. In the smallest of ways I keep falling. In the smallest ways.
We just move into the silence of our own heart, allowing those small but meaningful ways are being called to rise up today. So you just ask, what is it that is calling you to live your highest life today? What if today was it? Simply listen, become aware. Whatever is coming to you for your highest self, your highest day, your highest gifts, your highest contributions, the place inside of you that's calling you to let it out. Just see yourself like it's a seed and you're planting it and you're watering it and you're giving it sunshine and you're giving it life. You're giving it water, you're giving it your attention. You're giving it your love, you're giving it your attention. You're nurturing it, you're nourishing it. Keep bringing yourself back to your breath, back to your heart, listening to your heart, becoming attuned to the vibration of your heart, the messages in your heart. There's something compelling you to rise up today into your highest self, or you would not be here listening right in this moment. Something is compelling you. So we want to be obedient. Say yes, 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 yes. I'm willing, I'm obedient to my highest self. Envision yourself being led by your highest self today. Not your human self, not your limited self. You're surrendering to your own highest self. And just envision what your highest self would be leading you into today. And then lastly, but most importantly, give thanks to your own self for your willingness, for your intentionality, for your investment to be here in the silence, to take time to turn away from the news, the events, the situations, the circumstances, and turn towards your heart, and to be led by your heart, and to get to know your heart better than you know anything else. Everything you need resides in your heart. Everything is infinite. So give thanks that you're willing to come. This is your source. It's infinite. It's a flow that has everything that you need. It's still, it's silent, it's pristine, but it's powerful. So you have chosen just for a few moments to turn away from the noise of the outer and move to the stillness in the center, and that is the place that will feed you all day long. So give thanks, give appreciation for yourself, and then receive.
Some fool's got a broken heart, wants to share it with me. I know, 'cause I've been there before. Oh, that fool, so familiar. You know, I heard those tears before. That fool looks in the mirror back at me. Why can't I find some compassion? You know I'd find it for you. 'Cause I wanna love me the best that I can. Find love for all of the worst I think I am. See things that you can, that I think I can't. And then someday I'll give the love back to you. Well, you see me much clearer than my looking glass stare, and I'm tired of abusing my heart. Now there's something calling out to me. I wanna paint pictures clear, but I'm angry and obstinate and so full of fear. Why can't I find some compassion? You know I'd find it for you. 'Cause I wanna love me the best that I can. Find love for all of the worst I think I am. See things that you can, that I think I can't. And then someday I'll give the love back to you. I'll give the love back to you. maybe one day I'm gonna change my mind. Maybe one day, yeah, I'm gonna see me the way Spirit sees me. Maybe one day, yeah. Maybe today, maybe today. Today is the day that I'm gonna love me the best that I can. Find love for all of the worst that I think I am. See things that you can, that I think I can't. And then one day I'm giving the love back to you. I'll give the love back to you. I'll give the love back to you. I'll give the love back to you.
So just before you open your eyes, set that inner intention to love yourself today. Like maybe you have never really known before. Today is your day to cherish yourself. Today is your day to treasure the precious life that you are. And then you will automatically, organically overflow with that joy, with that inner connection, with that wellspring, with that inspiration, with that creativity, that it will automatically ripple out and everyone around you will feel it from you. Even if you're alone in your home and you're talking to somebody through Zoom, they will feel it emanating from you. And then whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes. And just let us know in the chat box what you're taking with you. If anything came to you about living your highest life today and what quality is calling you, how you're going to love yourself today or love someone around you, what does your highest life look like? What quality are you taking with you? Anything that you want to share?
Well, I mean, the reason why I sang that song is because it's like you were, in the meditation, my perception was you were asking us what would be our highest vision, and it always goes back to finding self-love, dropping into self-love for myself, because that's been the biggest challenge. So, you know, like we talked about earlier in the week, just about witnessing it, and it's like, okay, you know, our challenge that we had last night, it was a fight not to go in and go into that place of look how bad I am, look how wrong I am, and also not do the well, that's your stuff kind of stuff. It's like, you know, finding compassion on both sides, for myself, for you, for what you were going through, for what I was going through, but loving myself, just loving myself right where I'm, you know, I love myself so much. So I can love you so much, so you can love you so much, so you can start loving me. That's what it reminded me of at the end.
Okay, let's see what everyone is. I love that Yvette is saying yes to the next blossom. I love that comment. Yes to the next blossom. I love that comment. Joy, light, laughter. Anybody else? I don't get all the comments here, so I don't know if there's anyone else.
Too many comments.
Yeah, it's so odd about how this works. Whatever it is that you are taking with you, nurture it so that it becomes so alive within you that it's not just words, but it's real and it's palpable and it's tangible and you can feel it, and you're intending to be contagious with it so that the people around you can feel it. So much love, everyone. We're going to be back on Monday, and we'll have a new theme of always going back to how we can live our best, highest life, and how we can do that through the qualities of self-love, self-compassion. Monique is saying compassion. Yes.
Monique?
No, different Monique.
Okay.
We have a friend and we call her Monique. So
Clay Vols says presence.
Yeah.